Hi, this is tkviper, and today we're going to unbox a very rare and unusual Japanese musical instrument called a Sangenkin, which translates to the three-stringed zither. It is built much like the two-string zither or the koto. They're both played for religious reasons, so you're not going to find them in music stores. It is very old. I'm guessing at least 60 years old. So maybe somebody's grandmother died and it passed on to their children, and that's why I was able to locate this and find it. I've been searching for over 10 years. It is extremely rare. There's no documentation online on how to play it or tune it, so I have no idea what I'm doing here when I'm doing the sound test. But it looks like the two-string koto, except this is played with a bow. It comes with its own protective box, wooden box. Everything is made from the same era, so everything is over 60 years old. Here is the bow. It is shorter than the violin's bow. It's only about 1.5 feet, and the horsehair is tied in the traditional way, so there's no way to tighten it. So let's be very careful when we take this out. It's about 2 pounds. It feels very light and fragile, so if you hit this, it's gonna break or dent very badly. It's about 3.5 feet long and 5 inches wide. The strings go across the soundboard over 2 nuts on each end. They go through the holes and then tied to little rolls of paper to secure them in place. The instrument is in the shape of a trapezoid, and this allows each string to be played separately with the bow. Here are the key bridges for the key notes. I don't know what they are because there's literally no documentation on this instrument at all on the internet. I've searched. So here are the decorative tassels. One can go around one of the tuning pegs on the head end of the instrument, and the other one will go on the other end. I've read or heard that they have some symbolic meaning in their religion, the Shinto religion. So here's the other tassel. So let's put that aside. So next, we're going to talk about the stand that comes with it. So these two pieces go together. They are marked with the word 1, so they go together just like this. It is basically like the stand of a koto or the two-string zither. Stick them together, slide until it's flush on top. This is the smaller board for the head side, the head end. It's narrower than this other plate, the number 2 plates. So marked by the Japanese word for 2 lines there. So likewise, put them together the same way, slide until it's flush on top. And this side is a little bit wider for the tail end. And the middle board is going to connect the 2 sideboards. So it's just like the koto stand. We have 3 designs of birds, those cutouts of birds. So this one goes in there. This end goes through this hole, just like that. And then to secure these 2 boards, we have little wooden pegs that go through the tiny hole right there. So this will allow the instrument to be very stable. You will not hear any rocking or rattling sound while you're playing. Just gotta stick the peg through tightly, make sure everything is secured. Just like this. Okay, and then it should be ready. And likewise for the other end, we're going to do the same thing. Stick it through, make it tight, make sure there's no rattling with these board pieces. Okay, and that's it for the stand. Very easy to assemble and disassemble. And now we're going to place the instrument on top so we can see the whole setup. Here you go, just like that. You can tell how light the instrument is by the way I picked it up. On one end, I can just pick it up like a stick. It is about 2 pounds or even less. It feels lighter than my iPad. And there we have it with the bow. The whole setup is right here. Oh, I forgot the tassel on this end, so I'm just gonna clip it on. And that's it for the instrument. This is the Sangenkin, the 3-stringed zither from Japan, very old. I'm sure that this was passed down from a grandmother who passed away to her kids, and now they're getting rid of it because they don't know how to play it. In fact, I'm sure that less than 1% of the people in Japan can play this instrument, or like less than 0.5%. Alright, so let's take a closer look at the instrument. You can see the pattern on the wood, very beautiful. The trapezoid inlay there. And this is the overview of the instrument. You can see the whole setup. I'm gonna try to let you see the board down here, so you can see those bird shape cutouts. The middle board that connects the two side boards. The tuning pegs are there. From this angle. And now I'm just gonna let you hear how it sounds. So hold the bow like this, create some tightness, and just like that. You can hear the sound is very bad because the bow is very old. The hairs of the bow has snapped. A lot of it has snapped. So you're going to have to get this replaced by a professional. But it's going to be hard to find someone who can do this, who knows the traditional way of tying it. So you can use a violin bow if you have one. You can also pluck and play this. Just like that. And here are the key notes. Later on, I'm going to give you a more in-depth sound demo of the instrument. But this is basically what it sounds like. And now I'm going to give you a look at the bottom or the underbelly of the instrument. It's got 2 sound holes. It's a flat surface on the bottom. A little bit lighter. We got 3 decorative paddings right there. The first sound hole, more like a slit, and then a label that says 1, written in a very ancient way of writing the word 1. Here's the main sound hole. So that is the underside. It is less exposed, so maybe that's why it's kind of lighter than the boards on top. Alright, so I think I've given you a very in-depth look at the Sangenkin, the 3-string zither from Japan. I hope you enjoyed the rest of this video, the sound test or the sound demo. And please forgive the way I play it. Like I said, I don't know how to play it. I don't even know how to tune it. But it is a very old instrument, an antique.